Hello, my name is Talika Howard. I'm a lactation consultant. More about me is at the end of this video and in the description box. I'm going to start with this graphic here. Breast really is best. In today's world, it's kind of taboo to say breast is best, but actually it really is. But not to replace or say that formula is no good. What is to be said is formula is to be the last result. So as you can see, the most important is breast first at the breast, pumping, donor milk. All this should be tried. All the effort should be made before breast is made. Excuse me, I mean before formula is considered. So this right here is an advertisement for breast milk. And this just shows how the formula companies has really ruined breast milk and made formula the norm. Here, one of its ads saying closer than ever to breast milk, when breast milk has so many ingredients that cannot be man-made, so many things. It is alive and it changes, as I will continue to talk about in this video, that it cannot compare to formula. I am not against supplementation. Of course, it is needed, especially when there's problems, and there seem to be more problems and issues that people automatically blame on breastfeeding because doctors and no one else wants to take the time to really look into it or refer to lactation consultants, which I am. I've solved so many problems when so many doctors have told mothers to give up, that it was impossible to just get formula instead of supplementing temporarily and then teaching mothers how to go back to breastfeeding after supplementation, teaching mothers about proper bottles and nipples, teaching mothers about certain things and aspects about breastfeeding that they might think is wrong when actually it's just how breastfeeding goes. So if there's so many problems, why should we care? Well, here's one of the very unique things people don't know about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding actually creates antibodies that kills germs and protects babies. They are now even seeing antibodies created to kill and fight COVID when a baby has been breastfed. And so this cycle goes like this. Baby is exposed to germs. Baby nurses. Mother's breasts are exposed to the germs through the sucking. Within 8 hours, the mother's breast is able to make antibodies to that specific germ or sickness. And then the milk that's going to heal the baby is delivered at another feeding. Human milk is a living, ever-changing substance with many components, not all of which are known. Human milk cannot be duplicated in a lab. Breastfeeding is not a lifestyle choice. It is both a public health and racial equity imperative, which I definitely believe, and I definitely think that more emphasis should be put on breast milk, especially during this time of formula shortage. Instead of what's going on now, everyone trying to scramble with figuring out how to get formula in, making sure mothers don't feel guilty about needing formula. I understand mothers who've been using formula for a while, it may take many steps to get back breastfeeding, or they may not want to, which is of course their choice. But I think also there should still be more emphasis on the importance of ever-changing breast milk, which is what's not happening. And this is the reason why we're in this position in the first place. If formula was treated as the last resort that it should have always been, a formula shortage wouldn't have affected mothers at all, because everyone would have gotten the support they needed to breastfeed in the beginning. Support and the lack of money going towards advertising of formula instead of breastfeeding support groups, etc. So now I'm going to quickly talk about some of the common problems mothers have that come and say, I wanted to breastfeed, but, and a lot of times it's because of misinformation or just a lack of education or just certain things that could have been done that they could have been helped and they didn't receive the help. So the biggest one is supply. When you need supply, instead of all these things, what are called galactic cookies and pills and things like that that can upset your stomach, upset baby's stomach. The most important thing is to know that when you remove milk, you make milk. Also, in the beginning, baby's tummy is very small. Many mothers think that they're going to have a ton of milk squirting out, and if they don't, they automatically say, I didn't have milk, nothing was coming out, I needed to supplement, I just gave my baby formula because nothing was happening. But as you can see, that first colostrum is what it called. First milk makes the exact amount baby needs by the size of their tummy. So look how small amount a baby needs on the first day. So if your baby is latching and swallowing, you are doing great. Here are some milk supply false alarms. Baby doesn't sleep for long at night. That's totally common with breastfeeding. I don't feel a letdown anymore. Sometimes a breast will tingle when the milk's getting ready to come out. That doesn't always happen. Baby sucks all the time. Baby sometimes needs sucking for comfort, etc. And here's information about what I was saying, galactic gogs. It's so important that they are used very last because they are not guaranteed for everyone. Contact a lactation consultant to help you with that. And so, of course, if you need to supplement, maybe baby's weight gain is not up or there's something going on, baby was born early, any kind of serious issues like that, please also keep your milk up by pumping. Pumping or hand expressing your breasts, even if you don't see any milk coming out right away, because colostrum is very thick in the beginning. If you keep up with it, you will see milk and you will tell your body to continue to make milk when you need to go back to breastfeeding. Okay, so there's so much more I can tell you. So here's a little bit about myself so you can get in touch with me if you need more help or have questions. I started doing this work in 2003 after I had my third child. I was breastfeeding in the late 90s. I started in an AmeriCorps program where I helped local mothers. I now have my lactation consultant certificate. I have been working on that for many years before receiving it. Here I am. I was on the news for breastfeeding. I also testified before the House representatives about birth and breastfeeding. This is me with my children and my daughter. I was featured on the Lactation Diaries. Here is a wonderful story about a young mom who just needed support, was told that she couldn't breastfeed, that she wasn't getting any milk. I worked with her and she texted me at 3 a.m. so happy that she made 2 big bottles of milk. And here on Black Mothers Do Breastfeed, they featured me. I've been featured and helped so many for so long, so many texts. So just contact me here or in the description box below. Thank you.